Well, I think we've come to that time. We always like to ask our guests, if you could boil down everything, we have a lot of people out there. You talk to a lot of people as well. If you could boil it down to one or two pieces of advice for those people looking to get into the communities or just make their lives better in general, you have a lot of experience. What kind of advice would you throw out there to them?
Well, first of all, I want to give the Air Force Special Warfare a huge shout out because they have made some evolutions over the last, I'd say 5, maybe 10 years that is really taken all the best practices of all special ops in our military and combined it and put it into one program. So, I've seen it evolve. I've seen it evolve before you guys called yourselves Battlefield Airmen, and then you became Air Force Special Warfare, and you broke up into the Special Reconnaissance, and all of those new changes that came about that are only going to make the Air Force better. Your involvement in technology is without comparison. I mean, you guys are a highly technical force. I talked to some of the trainers that are, part of your prep programs, and it's amazing all the data information they are getting from each individual candidate to a point where, you can really tell what's wrong with somebody, just by giving all the information that you not only have data, but you turn it into information that is useful. So hats off to the Air Force. In fact, when I have people that are kind of hemming and hawing, they don't know where to go, I actually say, you need to consider the Air Force. The Air Force has some really neat opportunities for you in that Air Force Special Warfare. So my big thing is this, and I am honored to be a part of any person's journey, throughout this, go from civilian to, tactical professions. And I will say this, a lot of people give the younger generation, we all do, they're weak, they're millennials, they're snowflakes, whatever you want to call them. I get, I have hope for our future. For the last 24 years, or all the young men and women that come to train with me at before 6 a.m., 6 days a week, and they are wanting to serve. And in the last 20 years of war, they knew what they were getting into. They knew they were going into combat. I mean, and I didn't have any fewer people showing up. So there's a warrior class out there that I am humbled to be a part of their journey. And my advice to people is just find out what you really want to do, and work your ass off to make it happen. And just know that whatever journey that is, it's going to require you to be inspired and motivated to do something. But that inspiration and motivation has to slowly evolve into discipline. And you do that by, while you're motivated, is build good habits. Be persistent with your training. Set that time every day, and even when you don't feel like it, you go hit it anyway. And that is when you're making discipline, and that's when discipline evolves into mental toughness. And that is just when you are going to start seeing the type of success you need to get to and through, these type of hardcore, spec ops level training programs.